President Ali announces launch of innovative Homestead program for single mothers. President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali has announced that the design layout for the groundbreaking Homestead program for single mothers along the Soesdijk-Linden Highway will be available within 2 weeks, with construction on 500 homes set to commence shortly thereafter. The announcement was made during his remarks at the opening of the International Building Expo at the National Stadium, Providence, on Thursday. President Ali highlighted that before the end of 2024, the government aims to construct one of the fastest and most sustainable communities in the country's history, specifically benefiting single mothers. The planning for this program has already begun, and within 2 weeks, we expect to have the design layout ready. We are committed to delivering 500 homesteads to our single mothers within 6 months, a remarkable task, but one that we are fully prepared to undertake, President Ali stated. The Homestead program, first unveiled by President Ali in June during a media conference, is estimated to cost approximately $6 billion. It represents a significant collaboration between the Office of the Prime Minister, the Ministries of Housing and Water, Agriculture, Human Services and Social Security, and the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission. Each homestead will be designed to provide not only housing but also economic opportunities for single mothers. The front yards will feature several coconut or breadfruit trees, while the backyards will be equipped with a 20 by 40 shade house, allowing residents to cultivate permanent crops and generate income. Additionally, the homes will be outfitted with solar energy systems to help reduce energy costs. We are giving single mothers the opportunity to earn an income and repay their loans by cultivating their own plots of land. This initiative will help them graduate from poverty to middle-income status. We are empowering the most vulnerable in our society, single mothers, to be the best they can be, President Ali emphasized. The president also noted that the government has already exceeded its expectations in the housing sector and that more innovative housing initiatives are on the horizon. These initiatives aim to provide affordable and sustainable housing solutions that will empower all Guyanese. GBTI launches Home Start Advantage Savings Account to empower future homeowners. Guyanese aspiring to own a home now have a new financial tool to help them prepare for the journey, thanks to the launch of the Guyana Bank for Trade and Industries, GBTI, Home Start Advantage Savings Account. The official launch took place on Friday at the International Building Expo held at the National Stadium in Providence, with Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, highlighting the benefits of this innovative savings product. Speaking at the launch, Minister Rodriguez emphasized that the GBTI Home Start Advantage Savings Account offers a valuable opportunity for Guyanese to plan and save for homeownership. There are people who sometimes wait several years for a house lot, always anticipating that call. When it finally comes, many are not financially prepared to make the down payment within the required time. This savings account encourages consistent saving, ensuring that potential homeowners are ready when the time comes, she said. The Home Start Advantage Savings Account is designed with a deposit-only feature, which promotes disciplined saving habits. GBTI has also introduced several incentives for account holders, including a 100% waiver on application fees, a 25% discount on negotiation fees, and up to $100,000 cashback once the loan is approved and disbursed. Minister Rodriguez praised the government's initiatives to encourage homeownership, noting the removal of the value-added tax on building materials, reduced interest rates, mortgage interest relief, and the distribution of steel and cement vouchers as part of these efforts. In 2023 alone, the Mortgage Interest Relief Program provided refunds totaling $812 million, benefiting over 5,432 families. Chief Commercial Officer at GBTI, Rawati Priya Mohandio, shared that the Home Start Advantage Savings Account is one of GBTI's latest innovations in financial services. This savings account is not just another banking product. It's a strategic tool to help potential homeowners save for legal fees, bank fees, and even insurance costs. With predetermined monthly deposits, calculated in consultation with our loan officers, account holders can rest assured they are on the right path to homeownership, Mohandio explained. One of the unique features of the account is that GBTI will offer a 5% cashback on the total amount saved, further incentivizing consistent saving. Mohandio stressed that the account is designed to provide convenience and security, making the journey to homeownership more manageable. The Home Start Advantage Savings Account also complements GBTI's existing low-interest mortgage options, providing a comprehensive approach to making homeownership more accessible to all Guyanese. National Assembly approves over $40 billion in supplementary funding to boost key sectors of Guyana's economy. In a significant move to bolster crucial sectors of Guyana's economy, the National Assembly approved over $40 billion in supplementary funding during its session at the Arthur Chung Conference Center, ACCC, on Friday. The approval was granted for two financial papers aimed at addressing both current and capital expenditures, reflecting the government's commitment to supporting economic development and infrastructure improvement across the country. The first of these approvals, Financial Paper 1, secured $8.6 billion in supplementary estimates for advances from the contingency fund. Meanwhile, Financial Paper 2 allocated an additional $32.2 billion to support various capital and current expenditures. Support for power generation and infrastructure. A substantial portion of the funding, amounting to $16 billion, was earmarked for the Guyana Power and Light, GPL. This includes $4 billion under Financial Paper 1 and $12 billion under Financial Paper 2. Prime Minister Brigadier, Retted, Mark Phillips emphasized the government's strategy to absorb the rising fuel costs affecting electricity companies, thereby protecting consumers from increased electricity prices. The allocated funds will cover not only fuel but also essential products such as oil and lubricants. Furthermore, an additional $1.1 billion was approved to support electricity services in Linden, Lethem, Mabaruma, and Matthews Ridge. The Assembly also approved $7.5 billion for critical road and sea and river defense infrastructure projects under the Ministry of Public Works. Minister Bishop Juan Edgehill highlighted plans to allocate $605 million for road maintenance in several regions, including the Linden-Soesdijk Highway. The funding will also cover $1.6 billion for sea and river defense works, $297.4 million to enhance operations of the Transport and Harbors Department, and $247 million to modernize the aviation sector through the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA. Additionally, significant upgrades to ferry vessels, hinterland roads, and water supply infrastructure will be supported by the approved funds. Investments in agriculture and ICT. In the agriculture sector, Minister Zulfikar Mustafa outlined the continued support for various projects, including the Guyana Rice Development Board's GRDB efforts in research, seed production, and climate-smart agriculture. The Assembly approved $115 million for the Guyana Livestock Development Authority, GLDA, to expand livestock production, and an additional $60 million for the Mahaica-Mahaiconia Berry/Agricultural Developmental Authority, MMA/ADA, to enhance agricultural infrastructure. Minister Mustafa also secured nearly $110 million for the National Agricultural and Research Extension Institute, NAREI, to increase coffee production in hinterland regions and expand new projects. Moreover, the Guyana Sugar Corporation, GISUCO, received $3.2 billion in capital funding to purchase essential equipment, following a 28% increase in sugar production over the 2023 target. In recognition of the importance of digital integration, especially for Amerindian communities, $60 million was approved to maintain information and communication technology, ICT, hubs in various villages. Prime Minister Phillips reiterated the government's commitment to ensuring that all citizens benefit from the ongoing digital transformation. Addressing outstanding payments. The National Assembly also approved $2.3 billion in supplementary funding to settle outstanding payments to suppliers of goods and services across several government agencies. This includes provisions for the Ministries of Labor, Home Affairs, Health, Legal Affairs, Culture, Youth and Sport, Housing and Water, Human Services and Social Security, and the Guyana Defense Force, GDF. Additional funds were allocated to Regions 1, 2, 6, and 10, with Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, Sonia Parag, defending the necessity of these expenditures. These approvals mark a decisive step forward in the government's ongoing efforts to enhance public services, infrastructure, and economic resilience in Guyana. Ministry of Health and Guyana School of Agriculture hosts Second Farm Day for children with Type 1 diabetes. The Ministry of Health's Chronic Disease Unit, in collaboration with the Guyana School of Agriculture, GSA, successfully hosted its Second Farm Day activity today for children and young adolescents living with Type 1 diabetes. The event, held at the GSA's auditorium in Mon Repos, East Coast Demerara, saw participation from approximately 150 children and their families from various regions across Guyana. Participants engaged in educational tours of both the Guyana School of Agriculture, GSA, and the National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NAREI. The event was designed not only to provide a day of fun and learning, but also to raise awareness about type 1 diabetes, educate on its management, and distribute vouchers for the ministry's eye testing program. During the event, Dr. Jitendra Mohanlal, Chief Medical Officer, AG, delivered the feature address, emphasizing the importance of proper medical care and cautioning against the inappropriate use of antibiotics in managing diabetes-related infections. Having diabetes makes one more susceptible to various infections. Parents, I urge you not to experiment with antibiotics, as misuse can lead to resistance, Dr. Mohanlal warned. He also encouraged parents to take advantage of the government of Guyana's eye testing and spectacles vouchers, stressing the importance of early screening. Early screening can correct refractive errors and help detect eye diseases and other health issues that can arise from diabetes, Dr. Mohanlal added. In his closing remarks, Dr. Mohanlal advocated for the resumption of the ministry's annual diabetes camp, which had been paused due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Lakshmi Lal, Director of Non-Communicable Diseases, highlighted the significance of the day's activities as an opportunity to reinforce critical information about managing type 1 diabetes. Today is an opportunity to reinforce education on how and when to take insulin and when to test during the day, as much of this information can sometimes be forgotten amid the hectic schedules of parents, she noted. Dr. Lal encouraged both parents and children to reach out to others in the community living with type 1 diabetes, inviting them to join the program and benefit from the support it offers. The event also featured remarks from Mr. Oscar Glasgow, Director of Academic Affairs at the GSA and CEO, AG, of GSA, Glynis Beaton, President of the Guyana Diabetic Association, GDA, Dr. Nandishar Ramsingh, Technical Officer of Diabetes, and other representatives from the Ministry of Health and GSA. International Building Expo 2024 showcases commitment to sustainable growth and development in Guyana. The grand opening of the International Building Expo 2024, held on Thursday evening, highlighted the nation's unwavering commitment to sustainable practices and cohesive growth, a message emphasized by Sherwin Greaves, Chief Executive Officer, CEO, of the Ministry of Housing and Water's Central Housing and Planning Authority, CHPA. Addressing the attendees at the Expo's opening ceremony, CEO Greaves underscored the event's theme, building on the foundation of sustainability and unity, as a reflection of the country's dedication to fostering a future built on eco-friendly and resilient development. This year's theme captures the essence of our mission and the collective efforts that drive us toward a future rooted in sustainable practices and cohesive growth, Greaves stated. Greaves noted that Guyana is entering a new era of construction and urban development, heavily focused on sustainability. The country aims to create environments that not only meet current housing demands but also nurture communities, protect the planet, and ensure a prosperous future for generations to come. A key highlight of the Expo is the introduction of prefabricated homes made from recycled materials, a revolutionary step in the construction process that reduces environmental impact and enhances the durability of housing. This initiative exemplifies the government's commitment to reducing waste and promoting eco-friendly solutions. In addition to these innovative housing solutions, the Silica City project stands as a symbol of the government's dedication to sustainable urban development. These initiatives not only address current housing demands but also ensure that we do it responsibly, promoting sustainable development. By embracing sustainability and unity, we can build a future that is not only prosperous but also resilient and inclusive, Greaves affirmed. The Expo, which has attracted participation from over 500 companies, serves as a platform for groundbreaking solutions in the housing sector, bolstered by strong public-private partnerships. The event also featured the distribution of land titles by President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali and CEO Greaves, further demonstrating the government's commitment to providing housing solutions that align with sustainable and inclusive development goals. Invest Guyana CEO leads strategic investment talks at International Building Expo 2024. The Guyana Office for Investment, Geo Invest, is taking a central role in the International Building Expo 2024, hosted at the Providence National Stadium by the Ministry of Housing and Water. This event serves as a platform for significant discussions aimed at advancing Guyana's economic landscape. Dr. Peter Ramsarup, Guyana's Chief Investment Officer and Agency Head of Geo Invest, spearheaded an exclusive investment talk with a select group of local and international investors. During the session, Dr. Ramsarup focused on two key objectives: evaluating the potential for local products to penetrate international markets and exploring opportunities for foreign companies to establish production facilities and form partnerships with local businesses in Guyana. These efforts are part of a broader strategy to strengthen local industries and attract foreign investment, furthering the nation's economic goals. Dr. Ramsarup highlighted Guyana's strategic advantages, emphasizing ongoing infrastructure developments, a favorable investment climate, and key sectors ripe for investment, such as energy, agriculture, and tourism. His message resonated with the audience, underscoring the growing interest in Guyana as a prime destination for investment. This initiative follows the comprehensive address by His Excellency, President Dr. Irfan Ali, who set the tone for the Expo on its opening night. President Ali articulated a clear vision for Guyana's future, projecting where the country will be positioned by 2030. His address detailed strategic plans currently underway, including major infrastructural projects, technological advancements, and initiatives aimed at economic diversification and sustainable development. The President's remarks reaffirmed the government's commitment to transforming Guyana into a regional powerhouse. The first day of the investment event also featured presentations from prominent business sector leaders, including the Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry, GBTI, McCorp, and Sherwin-Williams. These companies showcased their products and services, demonstrating their readiness to contribute to Guyana's economic growth. They also expressed interest in exploring export opportunities and establishing local production partnerships, aligning with the broader goals of the Expo. Through these strategic engagements, Geo Invest aims to foster collaboration between local and international businesses, driving economic diversification and solidifying Guyana's role as a dynamic player in the global market. First phase of Cliff Anderson Sports Hall renovation to be completed by end of September. The first phase of the extensive renovation of the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall is on track for completion by the end of September. According to Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, Charles Ramzan Jr. The update was provided during Friday's sitting of the National Assembly. Minister Ramzan highlighted that significant progress has already been made on the facility, with several key components of the first phase finalized. These completed works include the plumbing, the rehabilitation of the main roof, sidewalls, and the exterior of the northern section of the building. The only two outstanding projects, which are expected to be completed by the 30th of September, are the HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system and the finishing touches on the inside, Minister Ramzan reported. He also noted that the air conditioning units have been received and are ready for installation. The rehabilitation of the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, a facility used for various sporting activities, began in 2021 with the aim of upgrading it to meet international standards. In 2022, $47 million was invested in the project, followed by an additional $237 million in 2023. So far, approximately $8 million has been spent on the renovation in 2024. This project is a key element of the government's broader agenda to enhance sports infrastructure across Guyana by constructing new facilities and upgrading existing ones. This project aligns with President Ali's vision of positioning Guyana as a premier destination for world-class events. The modernization of this hall, including its new air-conditioned facility, is a crucial step in realizing that vision, Minister Ramzan stated. In 2024, the government has allocated $4.6 billion towards the advancement of sports, with $957 million designated for the continued construction of new multipurpose halls in Regions 1, 3, 7, 8, and 9. PPP/C prioritizes human resource development with Goal Scholarship Program, over 21,000 scholarships awarded since 2020. Since taking office in 2020, the People's Progressive Party/Civic, PPP/C, government has made the development of human resources a top priority. This commitment is exemplified through the flagship Guyana Online Academy of Learning, Goal Scholarship Program, which has provided thousands of Guyanese with opportunities to pursue higher education at prestigious universities around the world. Among the many success stories, 9 Guyanese students were recently awarded scholarships to study in China for 5 years in diverse fields such as medicine, finance, civil engineering, art, international economy and trade, and veterinary medicine. In just 4 years, the GOAL program has distributed over 21,000 scholarships to Guyanese, delivering on a promise made by the government in 2020. These scholarships have allowed citizens from all regions of the country to enhance their education and acquire skills critical to Guyana's development. In May 2024 alone, over 1,700 students graduated from various GOAL scholarship programs offered by universities across the globe. Notably, 425 of these graduates earned master's degrees in fields such as public policy and administration, digital marketing and e-commerce, and journalism and mass communication from India's Jain University. The government's commitment to equal opportunities is evident in the broad distribution of scholarships across the country. In Region 1, 15 residents received scholarships, while 34 were awarded in Region 2, 56 in Region 3, 142 in Region 4, 23 in Region 5, 42 in Region 6, 19 in Region 7, and several more in Regions 8, 9, and 10. With a historic $1.146 trillion budget approved by Parliament in 2024, the government has allocated $4 billion to further enhance the Goal Scholarship Program. This funding will support the addition of 160 new programs, including general and vocational bachelor's and master's degree courses, enabling more Guyanese to expand their knowledge and pursue studies at esteemed institutions worldwide.